If you're an employer or even a broker that is considering using individual health insurance plans, probably through a vehicle like the ICHRA, to replace your group health plan, then one of the biggest challenges that you are going to encounter is how to set up and structure contributions.
Part of what makes setting up contributions so difficult in the individual market or through an ICHRA offering is that the rates are calculated in a way that many employers may not be used to. And by rates, I mean the rates for the individual health insurance products that are available in the individual market. In the individual market, health insurance rates are priced based on a factor of both age and family size. The factor of ages can have a 3-to-1 price difference between two adult members who purchase the same insurance policy. A 65-year-old could pay a price 3 times higher than what a 21-year-old would pay. That's how the pricing is structured. That's by law. And then family size also has a significant effect on the cost of insurance. And so because of this, there is a tremendous amount of pricing variation from one employee to the next in the health insurance products that they would purchase. And using a defined contribution to kind of hit a middle of the road in pricing so that you kind of try and hit everybody, what ends up happening is employees that tend to be older and have larger families end up paying way more for health insurance, or they get very little benefit out of the contribution, and younger employees with smaller families or single employees end up getting substantially more, and it creates a sense of inequity, it creates a sense of frustration, and a tremendous amount of variation in the experience that's had from one employee to the next with the health plan offering. So this is a program that models that scenario. This bracket of information here is an employer contribution. So we'll say that an employer chooses to give $900 to each category, irrespective of family contribution or family size. So they offer $700 to each employee class, and then each of these following rows, it represents a hypothetical employee, and then this down here runs a program that calculates that employee's rate and the contribution and all of these things so we can see the effect in a table. So we have the categories here of the employee or the primary, the spouse, children, and then inside these brackets represents the ages of those members. So you can kind of see we're creating a range of possible employee types here. So we run that, and then we get this table out here. So first thing you'll see is the pricing difference. The single young employee pays $251, and then the oldest employee with multiple family members pays $2,000. And the fact that we're insuring many people, we're insuring looks like 4, 6, 8 people here. Obviously, it stands to reason that their premium would be higher. But you'll notice that we've got a family here and a family there, and there's still a ton of price difference. And so the $700, or let's see, why did we have that differently? Because I made an error. We'll say 700 across the board. There we go. So everybody now got 700. So you can see that in one case, an employee has, for family coverage, they've got to come up with an extra $1,400 of their own money, whereas another family only has to come up with $419. So that creates a lot of frustration. Well, you say, well, you know what? Maybe we're going to get a little bit more creative with our contribution. Then we don't need to go the same amount for everybody. Let's go to we'll say 300 for employee only, and maybe 400 for employee and spouse, and 400 for employee and children, and then we'll go maybe 900 for employee and family, and you see what happens here. You can still see that there is a tremendous amount of distinction in what one employee pays from the next. In one case, the employee has a surplus of $49. In another case, a single employee has to come up with $150 of their own money. And again, these are both single-only employees or primary only. That means they're only insuring themselves. So in both cases, it's just the employee and the employee. Difference is age. So their price difference is based on age. So long story short is setting up defined contribution or giving an allowance, regardless of how you structure it, really becomes too difficult when you are working with rates that are based on age and family size. There are better methods, but in order to take advantage of those methods and keep things simple, we need to leverage the power of computers to design contribution strategies that are easy to manage and make sense to the employees, keep you well within your budget. We are able to do that, so if you have any questions and want to know more about that, feel free to shoot us a message and we're happy to talk to you. Catch you in the next video.